Hello, super quick intro. Today I'm going to be showing you the solution for the Hanayama Plate puzzle, which means I'm going to give you the quickest route through the series of holes on the plate puzzle and how you can maneuver past that little bit that gets in the way, that little ridge in the middle. And then we'll go through the reverse, how you can put it right back into its original position. Now, if you're currently already halfway through solving your plate puzzle, the chances are you won't be in the starting position. So what you'll have to do is identify a point on which that you can sort of join the solution. And with that in mind, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we have a fully assembled plate puzzle. Obviously our aim is to separate this ring from this plate. And I'm going to be doing it in a way where we keep the same side of the plate facing up the whole time. And the side that we're going to be using is the one that has the cast plate engraving on it, as opposed to the Nob's Last Present Hanayama engraving in here. So we want to be in this position. And it's a sequence of about 15 or so moves. I'm going to start going through them, so just follow along as you are looking down on this one. The chances are you're not in this original position when you are taking this apart, so it's going to be a case of try and sort of identify the point that you are at, or a point at which you can get to one of the points that we go through. As I said, there's about 15 different moves, so chances are you are on or very near to one of those positions already. So first two moves, we get to this position, and then we're going to swing it all the way down to here, and then we come over to the left hand side in this position. And to this position here, I'll slow down a little bit so it's a little bit easier for you to follow along top. And now what we're going to do is we're going to sort of go through a sequence with these three holes here that are in like a triangle position. So we start off in the one on the right, and then we want to essentially be in all of them at some point. Not at the same time, obviously, that is not possible. But we start off in the one on the right, and then we try and get into the one on the left, or the top left. And then from this position, we can actually get into the hole that we're going to be in to do the final move. However, you've probably found out already that when you're in this position, you can't turn all the way around because of the ridge in here stopping you from getting around it. So what we need to do now is figure out how we get around that ridge and then back into this position to actually separate the ring from the plate. So we were in this position. We're now going to go to the only part of the triangle we've not been in, which is this position here, the hole in the bottom of that triangle. And then that allows us to go into this position, to the hole just right of the word goal. And then we can end up in the very bottom hole, so that we can then move to the hole that's furthest right. And it's this hole that allows us to go all the way around and get past that ridge that we struggled to get past when we were in that position there. And once we're in this position, we can now get back to that position, the correct position for solving this one. And then we simply slide off the edge there, turn it over, and slide the ring off. And that is how we separate the plate puzzle. And for reassembling the plate puzzle, we're going to do it in much the same way as the cast plate engraving is going to be facing up towards us the whole time, and all we're going to be doing is keeping it in this position and moving the ring around the plate. So we start off by coming into this position. This is the only position at which you can then slide the entire ring, or the other side of the ring, onto the plate. So we end up here. What we're then going to do is move to the hole on the right hand side, and it's this move that allows us to get back past that ridge in this position, and we end up in the very bottom position. So that's quite a big move. We can then move to the middle, almost to the original position, but it's just the hole with just to the right hand side of the word goal. And then we're going to work our way around this little triangle of holes again. So we start off in the bottom one now, and then we're going to move our way around, first of all, to the top left of that triangle. And then we're going to come up here So we can then move to the right hand side of that triangle in this position. Once we're in this position, we can come back out to the right hand side here. Then we can move up to this position, and then we're going to end up here, and we're about 3 or 4 moves away now from actually solving this one. We're going to move right into this position, and the next time we sort of come out of that hole, we're actually going to be back in the original position. So we're going to move as far as we can left, and it's in this position that we can then get back into that very top hole, and then all we need to do is turn it over, head into the hole just below the L in goal, and we have reassembled the Hanayama Plate puzzle. So there it is. That is how you disassemble and then reassemble the Hanayama Plate puzzle. The route itself is longer than you think it should be, mainly because you get to a certain position and you think I've done it, when you realise then that there's a couple of little ridges that block you from actually turning out, and you have to do quite a few more moves to move around those 2 ridges. But hopefully this has helped you solve the plate puzzle for yourself. If you do have any problems or any questions or anything, comment below and I'll do my best to help you where you need it. And thank you very much for being here. If you want to see me struggle through the plate puzzle for the first time, or any of these other Hanayama puzzles, then be sure to click my face here to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace!